Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Info Science. So today in this video we'll discuss about the topic matter in our surrounding. So here we will learn about what is matter, then the different characteristics of matter, then the classification of matter, and also the physical properties of matter. Now let's learn about it. So students, we see a variety of things in our surrounding, yes or no? And all these things, they have different shapes, sizes and textures. So everything in this universe is made up of material, and this material is known as matter. So the air we breathe, the food we eat, then even a small drop of water or a particle of sand, or all the plants and animals, everything is matter. So what is matter? Anything that occupies space and have mass is called matter. So you see in the picture, there are many things. You see, so all these things, they have different shape, size and textures, and it occupies some space, and also they have mass. So what is matter? That anything that occupies space and have mass is called matter. Now let's know about the characteristics of matter. So particles of matter have space between them. Okay, so here the lemonade. To make a lemonade, we mix the water, lemon juice, then sugar. So the particles of one type of matter get into the spaces between the particles of other, and this shows that there is enough space between the particles of matter. So here the lemonade, then in case of tea, coffee, it shows that the particles of matter have space between them. The next characteristic is that particles of matter continuously moving. Suppose you burn an agarbatti, okay, in the room. So the smell of the agarbatti, you can get it from far distance. So why? Because the particles here, the particles of the matter, they keep on moving continuously. Next characteristics you see, particles of matter attract each other. Suppose you take an iron nail or a piece of chalk or a rubber band. So if you try to break them by hammering, cutting or stretching, will you be able to do that? No, because here the particles are held together with great force. That means the particles of matter attract each other. So what are the characteristics of particles of matter? The first one is the particles of matter have space between them. Then particles of matter continuously moving. Then particles of matter attract each other. Next is about the classification of matter. So the classification of matter is based on the arrangement of particles, then the distance between the particles, and also the energy of particles. So there are three states of matter, that is the solid, liquid and gaseous state. Now we will know the physical properties of this matter. So you see in the solid state, it has definite shape. You see the ice, it has definite shape. But in case of liquid, there is no definite shape. Suppose you pour the water from the beaker to the glass. So the water that is inside the beaker will take the shape of the glass. So that's why the liquid, they don't have any definite shape. Then in case of gases also, you see the clouds in the sky, they don't have any definite shape. Next you see definite volume. So the ice, they have definite volume. Then in case of the liquid also, they have definite volume. Suppose the water which you poured from the beaker to the glass, so the volume which is in the beaker, it will be the same the volume of water in the glass. So it shows that they have the definite volume. But in case of gas, there is no definite volume. So the clouds in the sky, is they have definite volume? No, they don't have. Next you see solid have fixed boundary. So you see in the picture the ice, they have some fixed boundary. But in case of the liquid and gaseous state, there is no fixed boundary. Next, it is the particles in the solid state are closely packed. You see in the picture, in the solid state, here the particles are closely packed. But in case of the liquid state, the particles are less compact. So you see some space is there in between the particles. But in case of gas, you see particles are far away from each other. So there is more space between the particles. And the next point is that solid state is incompressible. So can you compress the ice? Is it possible to compress the ice? No. So solid states are incompressible. But in case of liquid state, it is almost incompressible. But in gaseous state, it is easily compressible. So you can take the example of the LPG. So in that, the force is applied and the gas is compressed. So in this part, we have discussed about what is matter, then the characteristics of matter, then the classification of matter, and also the physical properties of matter.